On the 28th of August of this year, we lost a Manx political giant when Noel Cringle, OBE, passed away. A Manxman through and through, an Army man through and through. Noel was born on the 16th of December 1937 at the Friary, Ballabeg, and entered local politics in 1967, where he served as Army Commissioner for 10 years before being elected to the House of Keys in a by-election as a member for Rushen in 1974. He served in a number of prominent positions whilst on Executive Council, the pre-runner for the Council of Ministers, including Chairman of the Board of Social Security, Chairman of Home Affairs Board, Chairman of the Telecommunications Commission. Noel lost his seat in 1986, but being the strong and determined character he is, he regained that seat in 1991 and then went on to serve as Chairman of the Civil Service Commission, Minister of Education, and Chairman of the Sports Council before being elected by his peers to the Speaker of the House of Keys from 1996 to 2000, and was then elevated unopposed twice to become the second President of Tynwald till his retirement in 2011. During this illustrious political career, there were many highlights, but a couple of noteworthy proud moments were the opening of the Millennium Way in 1979, which he did with his brother-in-law and colleague Norman Ratcliffe MHK, and was the first politician to walk, which he did with his son Mark. Walking and sport was a big passion for Noel. Very few people met him before you were invited, or should I say instructed, to enter the parish walk. I know I didn't escape. Strong persuasive powers had Noel. During his time as Chairman of the Sports Council, he launched Year of Sport in 1985 and was the driving force in the creation of the Island Games, a mini Olympics for 15 island nations where 700 athletes came to the Isle of Man and has become a springboard for local athletics to compete at many higher levels. It continues to grow, with the 2023 Games expected to attract some 2,000 competitors from over 20 island nations. This legacy was recognised by the Executive Committee by making Noel an honorary life member and grandfather of the Island Games. As we all focus more intently today on climate change with the benefits of tree planting, Noel Cringle was well ahead of the game. As chair of the Man 2000 Committee, he was hugely instrumental in the Millennium Oakwood project of Ballycottia. On a single day, 9th of March 2000, every primary school pupil, that is 6,868, each planted an oak tree. A remarkable feat and wonderful legacy that was recorded by Blue Peter, no less. I most definitely recommend those pupils who are now adults pay a visit and see how well their trees are growing and helping our environment. Noel was a community man at heart, and there was one day outside Tynwald Day that trumped, and that was La Column, Killia and Ballabeg. The entire year's farming, I suspect political diaries revolved around this auspicious occasion. I do believe it is with deep community and heritage values like this that ensures events stay alive, and it's no accident that Column Killia is the oldest surviving village fair on the island. He was heavily active in many community organisations for many decades, and was always giving his time and offering fine words of wisdom for the benefit of his community and the island he loved. And it was this commitment and dedication that was rewarded in 2008 when he received an OBE from the Queen. Hugely proud and fitting moment for the entire Cringle family. In a professional capacity, anyone holding a 5-decade-long, highly distinguished career in politics is a truly remarkable achievement. But not for Noel Cringle. He was equally well respected in farming circles both on and off the island, and also an esteemed auctioneer of over 4 decades. A man of action, but also a family man. His beloved better half, as he called his wife Mary, sadly passed away November 2019. He was immensely proud of his sons Murray and Mark and their families and their children's achievements in sports, music and professional lives. Noel's strength of character was ever evident. His honesty and his integrity shone through, and was a conviction politician who had a clear vision and was masterful in articulating a view and knew how to take people with him on his journey. His interest in Manx music and poetry were legendary. He had a lifelong involvement in the Manx Music Festival, or the Guild as it is affectionately known. I can personally recall when I invited Noel and his lovely wife Mary to the North American Manx Association convention in California. They entertained us with Manx stories, song and recitals. In particular, I can picture and hear him now singing all 8 verses of the Manx National Anthem. And he fully expected everyone to know all the words. Of course, that was with the now world-famous Cringle twinkle. One wicked sense of humour. At any moment, and very often, Noel would recite our national poet T.E. Brown, whose statue sits across the road, and I suggest you give him a nod and remember Noel Cringle when next passing. I will end with one such poem from T.E. Brown's collected works. Dear countrymen, whatever is left of us of our ancient heritage, of manners, speech, of humours, polity, the limited horizon of our stage, all love, hope and fear, all this I fain would fix upon the page. This is so the coming age, lost in the empire's mass, yet haply longing for their fathers here, may see, as in a glass, what they hold dear, may say, 'twas thus, and thus they lived. And, as the time flood onward rolls, secure an anchor for their Celtic souls. Honourable members, I invite you to stand for a few moments as we honour Noel Cringle, OBE, second and longest serving president of Tynwald.